Welcome to the soap that is my life.
Hello again. It's like Saturday already, almost 10 a.m., 10 in the morning. We have some stuff to talk about. And Thursday was the annual checkup, as you know. And it's kind of funny. It was the usual stuff, except for the eye test. They changed the eye test over. They have letters now, and it used to be like those half circles with stripes in it, and it became more difficult. But the funny thing that happened was I was with the doctor, and she asked me, "How are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm actually doubting between great and fantastic." And I actually said it like that with the little pause in between. And during the little pause, she looked up and she went like, "What the hell is he gonna say?" She was like almost afraid. And when I said between great and fantastic, she said, "Oh, okay." I was a little afraid it was gonna be a bad thing. I said, "No. Don't worry. This actually needs a little backstory to be funny for you. Like 2 years ago, I was in a bit of a depression, not a real depression, but I was in a kind of a big dip because of the work I was doing at that moment, and I talked to this doctor about it, and she gave me some stuff on the internet to go to, and I slowly pulled myself out of it. Last year it was going a lot better, but not 100% yet. And now, since I moved to this other work, it's going great. So another thing we have to talk about is these vlogs. So many things are happening at the moment, also due to the Mandela effect, that I have been thinking about daily vlogging again, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep up the schedule. So what I'm gonna do is I have a day of or at least a week of man, I'm looking for the word. I can't find the word. I have a week of leave going on. Okay, that's it. So Sunday is the Super Bowl. I want to watch that, and I took the week off, the entire week off. My wife is in Brazil, so I can do my stuff, and I'm gonna try to see how it goes. So you might see daily vlogs come up in the next week, and then we'll see how it goes when I'm working. So the things that coming up because of the Mandela effect is because I've been watching Hangouts. There are Hangouts on YouTube, and the ones from Dr. Lupo, he puts them on so you can watch them later, because he does them at 8 p.m. Standard Time, which is 2 a.m. here, 2 in the morning here, and I'm, the one of next Thursday. I'm thinking about contacting the guy somehow, and hoping I can be on it. But it's 2 a.m. in the morning, so it's very early for me. But I have a day of leave anyway, so or a week of leave anyway, so. And about that Mandela effect, I wanted to talk to you about that a little. I'm not sure about what I'm gonna put on the title of this thing yet, but I was thinking about the Mandela effect and tolerance. I've just been watching part of the hangout he did last Thursday, Dr. Lupo. It's a 4-hour vid. I saw like half of it. They're talking about scripture and stuff. But somewhere along the way, it's not finished yet, so I'm not gonna do anything yet on that. Um, but they talked a little about tolerance, and I could find myself in what they talked about. They said like, you know what, this, these people, the people of this day, they when you say something, when you voice an opinion, people have problems with that, and they shouldn't have problems with that. They should, discuss their own opinions, and instead of disliking stuff and I don't know what, they should, there should be discussions, and you should accept the opinion of others. And I have had that sort of my entire life, that I kind of wanted to. I'm gonna sit up a little. That I kind of wanted to tolerate everybody and their opinions, and it's sometimes very difficult, and sometimes you have opinions about people, like they're like crazy, or they're like bad or whatever. And ever since the Mandela effect came up, before that I didn't really have like very strong opinions, and I never kind of clashed with many people about it. But now, since the Mandela effect, there are some people who think, oh yeah, the guy's nuts. He wants to believe it's not misremembering, but it's it's some conspiracy going on, or some reality changes going on. He's crazy. Okay, now I really understand what it means to be taken down on something like that. And I think we should be tolerant of one another, no matter what they believe in. If you don't believe in a reptilian conspiracy, why not? I don't believe in it. I don't think it's that far. But go ahead and find your evidence, and convince me. Convince me. The Mandela effect, I believe in it. I basically because, not because of the evidence, but because of the overall feeling with when you discover something. Now in this vid, and I haven't researched it totally yet, so I can't vouch for the truth of it. Now in this vid I heard a guy say, I always thought a pregnancy was 9 months, and now it's 8 months. Now it's 10 months, I'm sorry. Now it's 10 months. And I said, what? It's never been 10 months. It's always been 8 months. So I went to research it, and I found a site where they say, well, a pregnancy is usually around 37 weeks to 42 weeks, which is more or less around between 9.5 to 10.5 weeks. Months. I'm sorry, months. And I said, but that's not true. That's not, that isn't the truth. So I talked about it with Rob, my youngest son, and he said, it's 9 months. I always knew it was 9 months. So we went to look it up, and I looked it up in English, and he looked it up in Dutch. And on the Dutch side, it still says it's 40 months. It's 40 weeks. I'm sorry. It's 40 weeks or 9 months. But 40 weeks isn't 9 months. 40 weeks is actually more than 9 months. It's almost 10 months, because 1 month has 4 weeks and a few days in it, like 2 or 3 days. So what the hell is going on here? I don't know. Anyway, what I actually wanted to tell you is that, what? People have opinions, and people voice these opinions, and you shouldn't be, crazy about that, or talking them crazy, or hitting some stuff. That of course there are opinions that are really, if it's about intolerance to other people, like racism and stuff, that's that's not good. But but That's just it. I mean, I'm asking for tolerance, and of course, racism doesn't, or discrimination doesn't fit in this category of tolerance. So it's always difficult, but I feel that in the past few weeks, when I experience the Mandela effect, and when I talk about it, and when I get reactions on it, sometimes strong reactions on it, that I have become more tolerant, and this makes me think that this Mandela effect really is something more positive. So that's basically what I wanted to talk to you about today. I think this is gonna be the vlog for today too. So, one question for the people who got through this until now. I think the next vid I'm gonna have to ask it in the beginning. One question. Because the Mandela effect is part of my life, and my life is also my work and stuff I do around the house and stuff, I began to put them together. And I want to know about from you is, should I keep on putting them together, or do you want them separate? Because then I can do like a day a vlog about my work and stuff, and the other day like from the Mandela effect or something or another. So you tell me that. You tell me what you want, and if you don't react, I'm gonna keep doing this, because we have a saying in Belgium that says, when you keep quiet, you're in league with the opinion. So you know, my God, I have so much problem thinking of the words today. But hey, see you tomorrow.